City Council will meet on Thursday, June 11th, 2020 at 7 p.m. remotely to hold a regular meeting for the purpose of discussing all and any business via remote participation in accordance with Chapter 40A of the Massachusetts General Laws and Governor Baker's emergency order dated March 12, 2020. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law 30A, Section 20, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may be gathered in one place, this meeting of the Salem City Council will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the city's website at www.salem.com. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technology means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the city's website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch, listen, and provide comment during the appropriate times may do so in the following manner. Please click the link on the city's website and use the password 500319, or go to Zoom, or go to the Zoom link with the webinar ID number and followed by the meeting password. And if directed to do so, the screen 827-0528-7656. Participants can dial toll-free via the number 888-475-4499 or 877-853-5257. To join the meeting, when prompted to enter the webinar ID 827-0528-7656 and follow the instructions to join the meeting. For those dialing in, you may press *9 to raise your hand when to speak during the appropriate times. This meeting is also being broadcast live on SATV Channel 22. Members of the public wishing to speak on the agenda items must follow how to sign up for public testimony outlined on the agenda below. Members of the public attending the meeting virtually will be allowed to make comments if they wish to do so during the portion of the hearing designated for public comment. See the agenda for hearings and the following participation above. Yours very truly, Eileen Simons. City of Salem, June 11, 2020, City Council regular meeting. Members of the public wishing to speak on the agenda must follow the steps how to sign up for public testimony outlined in the agenda below. Members of the public attending this meeting virtually, oh, we already did that one. There we go. June 11, City of Salem, June 11, 2020, City Council regular meeting. A regular meeting of the Salem City Council will be held remotely on Thursday, June 11, 2020 at 7 p.m. for the purpose of transacting any and all business. Notice of this meeting was posted on June 9, 2020 at 9:42 a.m. This meeting is being taped and is live on SATV. Currently, all members of the council are present. Thank you. Council President McCarthy presided. Councilor Turrio moves to dispense with the reading of the previous record. All those in favor, show of hands, please. Let the record reflect I see 10 hands plus my own 11. I now request that everyone please rise and join Councilor Marcillo, the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me try and get the flag in here. There it is. Councilor Marcillo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilor. Public testimony. We have one member that has signed up a Yes, Madam City Clerk, if you would, please.
The one person is Steve Kapantis, and I am going to allow you to talk, Steve, if you'd like to unmute yourself. If you state your name and address for the record, please.
Steve Kapantis, 23A West Area Street, Salem, Mass. Good evening, City Council. I'd just like to say a few words about the vote regarding parking within 10 feet of a crosswalk this evening. When a pedestrian needs to use a crosswalk with a vehicle parked within a few feet, that parked vehicle greatly eliminates the visibility between the motorists and the pedestrians. A line of visibility allows both the pedestrians and the motorists to see each other, communicate with each other, and provide the time for one or both to avoid an accident from occurring. Therefore, the restriction of parking within 10 feet of a crosswalk will improve pedestrian safety throughout the city. I hope all of you will vote for second passage this evening on this ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, do we have anyone else? No?
No, I do not.
At this time, I'd like to recognize Council Madore. Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. Point of personal privilege.
Council Madore has asked for a moment of personal privilege. Seeing no objection, Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to mention that this week is the governor's phase 2 opening of businesses. It's been really great to be walking around downtown and feeling the positive energy, feeling almost like we're returning back to the bustling downtown that Salem had before the pandemic. I want to take this moment to remind everyone that the face covering order is still in effect, and also mention that the Economic Development Recovery and Revitalization Task Force has been working very hard on putting together the Salem Together Pledge campaign, which will be rolled out within a couple of days. It will be asking residents and guests to the city to take the pledge that you will take the necessary steps and follow all the safety guidelines and rules around keeping each other safe. You will see banners and signs and posters all over downtown sharing the same message. So I urge everyone watching and all my fellow colleagues to share that message with everyone, whether you are a resident, a business owner, or visitor to downtown, to take the pledge to keep each other safe while you're enjoying our downtown. And also, lastly, I want to mention that our businesses really need us right now. And if you can think of something you can buy downtown rather than through Amazon or another big box store online, this is the moment to do so. I just want to share that with everyone and remind that this is a time for community, and we need to support each other, whether through keeping each other safe or helping each other survive through this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you. Council Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. That was very well said by our Ward 2 councilor. Just a reminder that it's not just the downtown, it's the whole city, Vinnon Square, Highland Avenue, all of our entrance corridors, Canal Street, on and on. We have businesses throughout the city that are suffering, so let's frequent all of them.
Agreed. If I may also add, the farmers market started today, and they happened to move because of social distancing and spacing needs. They moved it to the Bentley School parking lot. I drove by on my way into City Hall this evening, and despite the rain, there was activity there. There were people there, and I know that the city has rolled out a shuttle from downtown for the people who live downtown that used to, just walk to the market. They have an ability to just take the shuttle and get there. So we're trying to, support them as well. It's an important thing. When we started the farmers market years ago, it's really taking off. It's a beautiful thing. So I just encourage anyone that, this Thursday is the first one. It's going to be at Bentley School for a while until the rules change, until such time it can move back downtown. But let's also support our local businesses and farmers and get some fresh produce and do everything we can to help everybody get through this. So all that being said, seeing no one else, hearings.
We have an order from National Grid to install a conduit on Cross Street.
Council Madore.
I'm trying to find, I believe, if whoever's from National Grid coming in to speak in favor, could you raise your hand, please, so I can find you? I'm not sure what number or email address you signed in as.
While you're doing that, Council, may I recognize Council Hapworth? He has to read a disclosure statement. Council Hapworth.
Yep. So this morning I filed a disclosure with the city clerk's office. In my role at Microsoft, I negotiate contracts between Microsoft and National Grid. So just wanted to disclose that prior to this vote.
Thank you, Council. Do we want to skip this part of the agenda until we can find out who they're supposed to be, and then double back?
Yes, that's going to be the first two. I'm looking for somebody from National Grid if they can raise their hand.
Anyone who's in the participants category, the raise their hand button is,
*9 on the phone or just on the bottom of your screen if you're on the computer.
there's a hand raised right there.
Okay, all right. For the phone number ending in area code 781, ending in 169, I'm going to allow you to speak. So if you can unmute yourself, please, and state your name and your address. Go ahead.
You're gonna have to speak up.
Are you unmuted? Phone number ending in 169, can you speak?
Tabita Mahabir Sheehy, representing National Grid, 44 River Street, Beverly, Massachusetts.
Thank you.
We're on Cross Street, Sabita.
We're doing one
Okay.
on Front Street.
That is for the 2 3-inch PVCs to a Pro Box?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, that is to provide primary service to a pad mount on that customer's property at, nope, that's Bridge Street.
Wrong one.
106 Bridge Street?
Nope, we're doing Cross Street first. It's the,
Mr. President.
70 feet south from the center line of the intersection of Saunders Street to Cross Street.
Okay, that is to provide service to 106 Bridge Street.
Okay. Okay. Council Madore. Actually, is there anyone else appearing in favor? Is there anyone else appearing opposed in the audience? Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that hearing be closed.
Council Madore moves the hearing be closed. All those in favor? The record reflect I saw 10 hands plus my own. The hearing is closed. Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be granted.
Thank you. Council Madore's motion is to be granted. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Counselor Dibble?
Yes.
Counselor Dominguez?
Yes.
Counselor Flynn?
Yes.
Counselor Hapworth?
Yes.
Counselor Madore?
Yes.
Counselor Marcillo?
Yes.
Counselor Krasnowski?
Yes.
Counselor Riccardi?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Torrio?
Yes.
And Counselor McCarthy?
Yes. On the matter of the hearing of the National Grid to install a conduit on Cross Street, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Further hearings.
We have an order from National Grid to install a conduit on Riverway Road. Sabita, you're still unmuted. You can speak and state your name and address.
Okay, that is to, Sabita Mahabir Sheehy, representing National Grid, 44 River Street, Beverly, Mass. This is to provide service to number 7 Riverway Road.
Thank you. Is there anyone else appearing in favor? Is there anyone else appearing opposed? Anyone in the public? Any member of the council? Councilor Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. If on this one, because the angle of the cut that's taking place here, I just want to make sure that the sidewalk does not have some sort of angled slip trench, if you would, across at the full panels. The sidewalk's only 4 feet wide in this area, but I want to make sure that the full panels, it looks like probably 2 or 3 or 4 panels will have to be removed, but the full panels are saw cut along the score lines and then replaced as a full panel. If Savita can confirm that.
Yes, we will definitely have the customer's contractor adhere to that.
Very good. I have no other questions, Mr. President.
Madam City Clerk, I see two people have their hands raised. It's about this issue. I'm not sure.
I'm going to I'm thinking that might be the person from Comcast, but, so Dave, if that's you, if you can just lower your hand, if not, if that's an abutter or somebody that'd like to speak, I'll certainly unmute you. So I'm going to unmute 978 and then the last three digits of 300. I'm allowing you to speak. If you can state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Jared Rollins. I'm actually the homeowner at 7 Riverway Road. I'm also the contractor, and my contractor who will be licensed and bonded with the city. I will make sure that we replace the sidewalk as it stands today, and we will saw cut at the joint and replace it as it stands tonight. So just make sure that that's done for you guys.
Thank you. Anyone else who was speaking in favor or opposed? Madam City Clerk, can you mute the gentleman just spoke, and is there anyone left that wants to raise? No?
Are you all set, Jared? You can lower your hand. No, I think we're
The only
good.
person here, BC, okay.
Yeah.
Council Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to thank Mr. Rollins for confirming that. Look forward to the improvements, and I move that the hearing be closed.
Council Dibble moves that the hearing be closed. All those in favor, show of hands, please. Will the record reflect I saw 10 hands plus my own is 11? Council Dibble.
I move that it be granted.
Council motions, Dibble's motion to be granted. Madam City Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Dibble,
Yes.
Counselor Dominguez,
Yes.
Counselor Flynn,
Yes.
Counselor Hapworth,
Yes.
Counselor Madore,
Yes.
Counselor Marcillo,
Yes.
Counselor Prosnewski,
Yes.
Counselor Riccardi,
Yes.
Counselor Sargent,
Yes.
Counselor Torrio,
Yes.
and Counselor McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of National Grid to install a conduits on Riverway Road, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Further hearings.
We have an order from Comcast to install conduits on 95 Washington Street.
95 or 65?
I'm sorry, 65.
Thank you. Do we have someone from Comcast?
Dave, I think you called in. Is that, can you raise your hand on using *9 on your phone if you're 617-864?
That's him.
I'm going to allow you to talk. You can unmute yourself and please state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes. Good evening, Dave Llewellyn, Comcast, Woburn, Mass. This work is actually on Church Street, starting at the existing Comcast vault, excavating to place 1 4-inch PVC conduit, 115 feet plus or minus, to provide service to number 65 Washington Street.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else in the participants that would like to comment on this application? Members of the council? Let the record reflect that Councilor Turiel's cat has joined us. Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have a couple of questions for Dave. First, city engineer's comment about making sure this is a curb-to-curb repaving after the conduit's been installed. I need to really stress that that needs to be done properly. There's been a lot of pulling at that crosswalk right where the location is proposed for this conduit. So I just need to really emphasize that needs to be done properly, given that someone who was walking on the street last year actually tripped and fell and broke her ankle pretty significantly because of water issues on the street. So that's very, very important. That needs to be taken care of with this work. And then secondly, in terms of closing down the street, will there be any street closures necessary for this work?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
No.
All right. Can you address my first comment about repaving from curb to curb?
Yes, I would have to, I can approve that. I have to take it back and just present that to, my supervisor manager that the part of the approval would be curb to curb paving. So I will approve that and take that back. And then just make them aware that that's part of the requirement of the approval.
Mr. President, is this a conditional approval that would be more appropriate in that case?
You can approve with the language that the area be repaved curb to curb.
Okay, I will move that the hearing be closed.
One more second. Madam City Clerk, has anyone else got their hand raised?
Nope, that's still,
For or against?
nope,
Okay.
that's just Comcast.
Councilman Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move this hearing be closed.
Councilor Madore moves the hearing be closed. All those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it. 10 hands plus my own is 11. Councilor Madore.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be granted, subject to further addition of the language that the repaving be done curb to curb.
Councilor Madore's motion that this matter be granted with the language added that the be paved curb to curb. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yep. Councilor Dibble,
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez,
Yes.
Councilor Flynn,
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth,
Yes.
Councilor Madore,
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo,
Yes.
Councilor Krasniewski,
Yes.
Councilor Riccardi,
Yes.
Councilor Sargent,
Yes.
Councilor Torrio,
Yes.
and Councilor McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the hearing for Comcast to install a conduit for service 65 Washington Street, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. That's for hearings, appointments and reappointments.
We have held from the last meeting the mayor's appointment of Patricia Small to the Council on Aging with a term to expire on December 7th, 2020.
Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be confirmed by roll call vote.
Councilor Madore moves for confirmation by roll call vote. Under discussion, Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm really glad to have Pat on board. She's a very active volunteer in our community and a great fit for the Council on Aging. She is very in tune with several of the issues that are important to our senior population. So I'm really glad to see her bring her expertise and her experiences to the council. I look forward to her work ahead.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble,
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez,
Yes.
Councilor Flynn,
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth,
Yes.
Councilor Madore,
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo,
Yes.
Councilor Krasniewski,
Yes.
Councilor Riccardi,
Yes.
Councilor Sargent,
Yes.
Councilor Torrio,
Yes.
and Councilor McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the mayor's appointment of Patricia Small to the Council on Aging, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe Pat is joined by phone. I'd like to suspend the rules to allow her to speak, to address the council if she so chooses.
Councilor Madore moves to suspend the rules to allow Patricia Small to address the council if she so chooses. Patricia, are you in the audience?
I am.
There you are. Thank you.
Oh, there I am. Okay. Yes, I'm here. Thank you. I was having computer problems tonight. I am pleased to accept this placement, and I look forward to being able to do whatever I can to help the city in this matter.
Thank you. And thank you for your service.
Okay.
We're all clapping, but you can't hear us. It's sort of like I was watching the golf tournament today and no one was clapping, but everyone was.
Yeah.
Thank you. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Alexander Sanchez to the Salem Youth Commission with a term to expire June 11th, 2021.
Councilor Masillo.
I move that this be held under the rules.
Councilor Masillo moves this be held under the rules. Further appointments and reappointments.
We have the mayor's appointment of Samuel Lim, a resident of Salem State, to the Salem Cultural Council with a term to expire June 12th, 2021.
Councilor Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll need to clarify this one with the mayor. A resident of Salem State, the mayor indicated that this person lives at 1 Loring Avenue, but there's no residences there. There's no dorms or anything. But I'll straighten that out with the mayor in the next 2 weeks. And same thing, I move that it be held under the rules.
Councilor Dibble moves that it be held under the rules. Madam City Clerk's got her hand up. You don't have to raise your hand.
We had a discussion with Dominic, because he did put 1 Loring Ave, so we just double checked because we know that's not an address. He is resides at Salem State, and this does actually not need council confirmation for the Salem Cultural Council.
Okay. So what would you like us to do with it, Madam City Clerk?
I mean, this is just for informational purposes.
Received and
filed. Mr.
Did I
President.
put the wrong one?
Yep.
No. Okay. So, I mean, I do with the will of the council, but I just wanted to explain the address.
Okay.
In the mayor's letter.
So the Salem Cultural Council does not require city council approval.
Correct.
Councilor Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that it received and placed on file.
Councilor Dibble moves to this matter be received and placed on file. All those in favor? I see 10 hands, plus my own. Wait a second, Councilor Flynn. I see your face, but you're not with us. There you are. Can I see your hand, please, sir? Thank you. So if 10 members vote, 10 plus myself, 11. Matters received and filed. Further appointments and reappointments.
The mayor's reappointment of the following to the Salem Cultural Council with terms to expire as below. And since this was submitted from the mayor's office, there are only actually 3 reappointments, Matthew Cornell, John Dabrowski, and Courtney Purcella. The other 2 are not, chose not to be reappointed.
Okay. And does this require?
No, it's just for informational purposes only. Again, for the Cultural Council, it's just,
Councilor Flynn, if you could just make a motion to receive these and place them, receive and file, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion that these are moved, received, and filed.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Flynn's motion that these are received and filed for the 3 that are willing to continue to serve: Matthew Cornell, John Dabrowski, and Courtney Porcella. All those in favor? Show of hands, 10 plus my own, 11. The matter is received and filed. Communications from the mayor.
we have an order to accept the donation of $1,000 from Donald and Mary Creedon to be deposited into the Veteran Donation Fund to be used for veteran-related expenses.
Councilor Terrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption by roll call vote.
Adoption by roll call vote?
Yep. I'm on the donation, right? So.
Yep. Page 9.
Pardon?
Page 9.
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
Yep.
Yes, I move for adoption roll call vote.
Councilor Terrio moves for adoption by roll call vote. Any discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. So this is from Donald and Mary Creedon. They're kind enough to donate $1,000 to our veterans donation account. That's a real nice help for our programs. I'm very grateful for this, especially in times like these, that people willing to step up.
I as well. Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez?
Yes.
Councilor Flynn?
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth?
Yes.
Councilor Madore?
Yes.
Council Marcillo?
Yes.
Council Krasnowski?
Yes.
Council Riccardi?
Yes.
Council Sargent?
Yes.
Council Torrio?
Yes.
And Council McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the acceptance of a donation of $1,000 by Donald and Mary Creedon to the Veterans Donation Fund, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Late files, 9.1. Counselor, communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting the proposed fiscal year 2021 operating and capital budgets for the city of Salem and the Salem Public Schools.
For the record, everyone, this came in as a late file, so it's non-debatable, non-discussed. Council Torrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules to allow the matter to come before council due to the late file under Rule Section 28A. And I also move for it to be, referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Council Torrio's motion to suspend the rules to receive the late file and move the matter to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted to the Committee of the Whole. All those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect the vote was 11-0. And this is just the first part of the budget. Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting an order relative to the revolving funds.
Council Torrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules to allow the matter to come before council due to the late file under Section 28A. And I also move for it to be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Council Torrio's motion that the rule be waived to receive the late file and that we also refer these matters to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, through the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it was 10 plus my own is 11. Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting a bond order for the fiscal year 2021 general fund CIP.
Councilor Torrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move for suspension of the rules to allow the matter to come before council due to the late file under Section 28A, and I move for it to be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole due to the late file.
Councilor Torrio moves to suspend Rule 28A to allow the late file. He also further moves that the matter be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole due to the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed, let the record reflect the vote was 11-0. Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting a bond order for the fiscal year 2021 water sewer capital fund.
Council Torrio.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is my last one. I move for suspension of the rules to allow the matter to come before council due to the late file under Section 28A, and I move for it to be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole.
Councilor Torrio's motion that we suspend Rules 28A to allow the late file, and we further move the matter to the Committee on Committee on Administration and Finance, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole due to the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? Record reflect the matter was 11-0 to receive the late file. And further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting an ordinance amending Chapter 46, Section 230 for sewer use charges.
Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I apologize, I pressed the wrong button. I move to suspend the rules to allow the matter to come before the council due to late file under Rule Section 28A.
Councilor Madore moves to suspend the rules to allow this to come in front of the council's late file under 28A. All those in favor?
Mr. President, I'm sorry, and I further move to refer
to... We can do them one at a time, or you can group them together, it doesn't matter. So you did it one at a time. So on the matter of suspending the rule, all those in favor? All those opposed? The rule is suspended. Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I further move that this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, Licensed Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole due to late file.
Council Madore moves that this matter be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, Co-Opposed to Committee of the Whole, due to late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? I lost Council Flynn again. There you go, thank you. The record reflected was 11-0. Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting an ordinance amending Chapter 46, Section 66 for water use charges.
Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend the rules to allow the matters to come before the council due to the late file under Rule Section 28A, and further move that this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, composed of the Committee of the Whole, due to the late file.
Councilor Madore's motion to suspend the rules to allow the matter to come in before the council under 28A, and then further moves that the matter be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, Co-Opposed to the Committee of the Whole, due to the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? Matter is moved to committee. Further communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting an ordinance amending Chapter 36, Section 6 for trash fees.
Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend the rules to allow the matters to come before the council due to the late file under Rule Section 28A, and further move to refer this to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, co-posted with the Committee on the Whole, due to the late file.
Council Madore moves the suspension of the rules to allow the matter to come before the council due to a late file under 28A. She also further moves that the matter be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, co-posted Committee of the Whole, due to the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? The record reflected was 11-0 to send this to committee. Last one, communications from the mayor.
We have the mayor submitting a traffic ordinance amending Chapter 42 relative to parking enforcement to Sunday afternoons.
Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend the rules to allow the matters to come before the council due to the late file under Rule Section 28.
Yep. Do you want to do them both at the same time?
Sure. I further move to refer this to Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs, composed of the Committee of the Whole, due to the late file.
Council Madore moves to suspend Rule 28A to allow this late file to come in. She also further moves that this matter be referred to the Committee on License, Orders, and Legal Affairs, co-posted the Committee of the Whole, due to the late file. All those in favor? All those opposed? Just for, if I could take one brief second, I want to thank, first of all, everybody for their indulgence and patience on this with regards to, this is just the first step of us getting the budget. We're all going to get a hard copy of the budget, hopefully the beginning of next week, before Councilor Turiel and his committee starts reviewing the budget. So I want to thank the mayor and the finance team, but I especially want to thank our city clerk and her team. Literally, this late file came to me in this paper form probably about 5 to 10 minutes before the meeting started. So I want to thank her and her staff for all their efforts in order to make sure that we got this and we can move on this, so we don't have to schedule a special meeting in order to receive these pages in order to start the budget process. So I want to thank her for all her efforts.
You're welcome.
Mayor's informational page, none. Motions, orders, and resolutions. Council Masillo.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, in the year 2020, an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to traffic, Chapter 42, Section 50B, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, amending Chapter 42, Section 50B, handicapped zones, limited time, is hereby amended by adding the following. Lawrence Street in front of number 45, for a distance of 15 feet south of the driveway on the north side of the house and running for 20 feet, handicap parking only, tow zone. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by city charter. And I move that it be adopted for first passage by roll call vote.
Council Masillo moves for adoption for first passage by roll call vote. Under discussion, Councilor Masillo.
Thank you, Mr. President. This came in through Lieutenant Tucker, and he checked it out and provided this space, and I'm glad to bring it forth. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll.
Counselor Dibble?
Yes.
Counselor Dominguez?
Yes.
Counselor Flynn?
Yes.
Counselor Hapworth?
Yes.
Counselor Madore?
Yes.
Counselor Morcillo?
Yes.
Counselor Kwasniewski?
Yes.
Counselor Riccardi?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Torio?
Yes.
And Counselor McCarthy?
Yes. On the matter of the adoption for first passage with regards to the traffic ordinance, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. What are the motions, orders, resolutions? Oh, it's me.
Want me to cover that?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, sure. City of Salem City Council in the year 2020, an ordinance to amend ordinance relative to traffic, chapter 42, section 75. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, chapter 42, section 75. Parking prohibitions, towing zone resident parking is hereby amended by adding the following. Derby Street, Zone A, colored blue from number 66 to number 159 Derby Street, to be included to obtain resident sticker parking permits, but no visitor passes shall be issued. Resident sticker parking tow zone. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by city charter, and I move for adoption for first passage by roll call vote.
Thank you, Council. Under discussion?
I yield to the president on that one.
Thank you, sir. Basically, Derby Street's going through a phase 1. We're going to start reconstructing some of the sidewalks. We're having a meeting next week. But this is mimics an order that was brought in last Halloween. Those not familiar, Derby Street itself is unrestricted parking during the month of October and all year. But in October, we restrict parts of Derby Street. But any one of my colleagues who has a resident sticker program knows that if the street isn't restricted, but if you live on a corner, you're allowed to get a pass. But if you're on the street itself, you don't get a pass. So where we're going to be ripping up the sidewalks along a section of Derby Street in order to have people have the ability to park in their neighborhood, even because they won't be allowed to park on Derby Street. It makes it them eligible to park in the zone. It's one of those things we've been talking about for a long time. We'll talk about it again on the meeting at the House of Seven Gables, but this is just a way to provide relief to those houses in between. Every side street is restricted for residential parking, but Derby Street itself is not. And it would just during construction, and it's becoming an issue for the busy months of the years as well. That the people who live on I call them the tweener houses, the house in between the corners, that don't qualify for a residential pass. This is just a way to allow them to qualify for pass, no guest passes, and give the people who live in the neighborhood the flexibility of being able to park on one of the side streets if they need to. So I ask for everyone's help for roll call vote for first passage. Bless you, Councilor Dibble. No, I saw you sneeze into your sleeve.
How could you?
Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I fully support this change, but correct me if I'm wrong. This was part of the ordinance package that was sent to the council last year by the Traffic and Parking Commission, and this specific piece was heard in OLA. So I'm not sure if this would be a repeat or we would have to find a way to. I know that it did get carried over.
Yep. No, this is just because of the step up of the award of the contract. As we all know, when the city looks at roadway projects, we put them out to bid, and then if it comes back within the bid specs of the big bid price, then we try to move on them. And then this section did come in, as we're finding a lot of roadway projects come in over budget, and we don't have the additional funds to fund them, so we have to scale back the projects. This one is just to provide some relief to the residents there. There is a whole other package. I actually met with the harbor master and the parking and traffic director on the Blaney Street lot to try to clear up some of the issues that are going on down there with regards to the lot itself has no restrictions whatsoever, so we're trying to develop some thoughtful restrictions that respect the neighbors, the ferry, and everyone who in the businesses that run out of the commercial pier. So we're trying to come up with some language and some signage that affects that. There's going to be a couple more ordinances that we'll bring in relative to Derby Street in the neighborhood. I know that the package that went to Ola, I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was carried over, had a whole list of things with regards to some changes that they wanted to make relative to the college and stuff like that. But this one specifically, it's something we're trying to address, and it's something we're trying to work through with David Kucharski, but this is the first part of it. Anyone else? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez?
Yes.
Councilor Flynn?
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth?
Yes.
Councilor Madore?
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo?
Yes.
Councilor Presnowski?
Yes.
Councilor Riccardi?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Torio?
Yes.
And Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. On the matter of adoption for first passage by roll call vote on the ordinance relative to traffic, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Further motions, orders, and resolutions. Council Terrell.
City of Salem, City Council, 2020, let me just get to the right one there. No, hold on a second. Trying to find it in the PDF.
It's on page 12.
Yeah, no, the bad, I'm trying to find it in the, okay. Yep, I don't see it. City of Salem City Council, in 2020, order that the fiscal year 2020 monthly financial report dated April 2020 be referred to the Committee on Administration and Finance. I move for adoption.
Council Terrell moves for adoption. On discussion.
No discussion. This is the regular monthly report.
Yep. Council Terrell's motion for adoption of the order. All those in favor? All those opposed? The record reflect it was 11-0. Anyone else with a motion, order, or resolution? Seeing none. Committee reports. Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem City Council, June 11, 2020, the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs, to whom was referred the matter of discussing two public guides, Courtney Reardon and Olivia Giroux-Galpin, has considered said matter and recommend approval.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it was 11-0. On adoption of the recommendation, Council Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. These two public guide applications were, I referred them to the committee just to be sensitive about the state of the economy at the height of the pandemic, knowing that these two applications were from residents that are not within Salem, and I wanted to take a second look to make sure that they are known entities and work with local companies, and they are. And just to remind folks that these are fully vetted before the City Council. They're vetted by Sergeant Jack Doyle, who is part of the licensing board. So these check out. So glad to approve them again for this year.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, will you call the roll? Do we need a roll call vote on this one, ma'am?
No.
Haven't, but then.
No, we'll be safe. We'll cover it.
Okay. All right, Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez?
Yes.
Councilor Flynn?
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth?
Yes.
Councilor Madore?
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo?
Yes.
Councilor Presnowski?
Yes.
Councilor Riccardi?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Torio?
Yes.
And Councilor McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you, Madam City Clerk. On the matter of the two public guides, 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative. Matter carries. Further committee reports. Council Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and City Council, June 11, 2020, the Committee on Public Health, Safety, and the Environment co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to which was referred the matter of a presentation from the Community Impact Unit, has considered said matter and would recommend that the City Council President appoint a council liaison to the Community Impact Unit, and that the CIU provide monthly written updates to the City Council. And I move for adoption.
Can we accept the report first?
Yes.
Councilor Dibble's motion to accept the report. All those in favor? All those opposed? I lost Council Sergeant. Let the record reflect that.
I'm in favor.
Council Sergeant is in favor. We have 11 members voting, 11 in favor. On adoption of the recommendation, Councilor Dibble.
Under discussion?
Under discussion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We had a very good meeting. All members of the committee were present. I usually wouldn't do this, but I'm going to ask that you entertain me for about 30 seconds on this. Lieutenant Roachville from the Salem Police Department began with a phenomenal presentation and an explanation of what the CIU, the Community Impact Unit of the Salem Police Department, does and what officers are involved. He continued with details of the following. It was a long list of things that he and the whole unit were working on. And I think it's important that the public know what these things are. They included working with support services, mental health, homeless outreach specialists, peer support. The CIU goes to every overdose with education, Narcan, needle exchange program, outreach nurse working with homeless, and he received a Department of Mental Health jail diversion grant the last 6 years in a row. Lieutenant Roachville provided examples of monthly mental health meetings. Lieutenant Roachville continued his slideshow, and it was a phenomenal slideshow. Presentation with comments on high-risk homeless, task force meeting, Section 35 civil involuntary commitment to a treatment facility for alcohol or substance abuse. The CIU at the Life Bridge Center 2 to 3 times a week. The disorderly housing ordinance has improved the quality of life. The CIU participates in the Salem State University Neighborhood Advisory Committee, problem property task force, and examples. He gave several examples of hoarding cases. Lieutenant Roachville explained the CIU has assigned different officers from his unit to 6 different large occupancy buildings, Princeton Crossing, Fairweather, etc., where they get to know what's going on there, get to know the residents, etc. And the lieutenant continued with details of community policing through environmental design, and he discussed hotspot examples. There were several other things that he went on to discuss. I think the CI unit helps the entire city of Salem so many different ways. I think I missed a few additional things from his slide presentation. It was recorded. I recommend, actually, we're getting a copy. We don't have it yet, but we're getting a copy of that presentation by Lieutenant Roachville, and I will distribute it to all of the council as well as make it part of this record. And I'd like to thank in particular Conrad Brosnewski for helping set up this awesome presentation by our Salem Police Department.
Thank you, Councilor. You said it, I don't need to repeat it. I can't speak highly enough for what the Community Impact Unit does. I deal with Lieutenant Roachville and his staff a lot, so they do a lot of good work. Anyone else?
I move for adoption of the recommendation. What do I need to do here?
No, anyone else want to make a comment?
Okay.
On adoption of the recommendation. Madam City Clerk, will you please go? I'm just going on the committee. Councilor Brosnewski, you have something? Want to add something, Councilor Brosnewski?
Fairly quickly, Mr. President, just to back what Councilor Dibble was saying, I think it's important that the City Council receives the information from the police department as to what is transpiring, especially with the health and welfare of the community through the CIU unit. It provides us with information and gives a little bit more transparency to the community about what is going on with the police department and what they are dealing with, the problem properties, the homeless situation, things that the community has a lot of concerns about. So I think it would just be a good informational tool that we will be able to answer questions to the public instead of referring them to the police. At least they'll know that we're also aware of what's going on. Thank you.
And the order says that I'm supposed to appoint somebody. I'm looking right at my screen who I might appoint, but we'll talk about it later. Being a recently retired captain from the police department, I couldn't think of anyone better, but we'll talk about it. I know you have a lot on your plate. On adoption of the recommendation, Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Council Dibble,
Yes.
Council Dominguez,
Yes.
Council Flynn,
Yes.
Council Hapworth,
Yes.
Council Madore,
Yes.
Council Marcillo,
Yes.
Council Krasniewski,
Yes.
Council Riccardi,
Yes.
Councilor Sargent,
Yes.
Council Torrio,
Yes.
and Council McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the adopting the recommendation from the Committee on Public Health and Safety relative to a council liaison to the CIU, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. The matter carries. Further committee reports. Councilor Devil.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and City Council, June 11th, 2020. The Committee on Public Health and Safety and Environment with the Committee of the Whole, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of a presentation and update from the health agent in regard to COVID-19, has considered said matter and would recommend. This one was a little tricky because the health agent did not show up, Mr. President, and our committee did not take a formal vote on what action to take. So I'm not sure what to do at this point. I guess it remains a committee or not. Please advise me.
It's entirely up to you. The matter can remain in committee, or you can discharge it with no recommendation, or whatever you want to do.
I believe it was the consensus to discharge it, so I'll do that. I recommend that we discharge it with no recommendation.
Council, on acceptance of the report, all those in favor? All those opposed? The record reflected was 11-0. On adoption of the recommendation on discussion, Council Dibble.
Yeah, without the health agent there, we didn't get an update, but we did have a discussion about, this was right before the protest rallies happened in Salem. We had a discussion about that. The mayor was in attendance and contributed, and then the mayor followed up with a conversation with me after that meeting. So luckily nothing happened in terms of any violence or anything else, and I think everybody, well, most everybody that participated in the rallies wore face protections, and we had a good rally here in Salem. So it was a good meeting. So I move for adoption of the recommendation.
Councilor Dibble's motion that the matter be referred out with no recommendation. Madam City Clerk, I don't think we need to call. This was no recommendation, something formal to be adopted.
You discharged the matter, correct?
Yep, adoption of the recommendation. All those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect 11-0. Further committee reports. Council Dibble.
Thank you, Mr. President. Bear with me for a minute. I have quite a few of these right now.
Nope. Take your time. This is one about plastic straws and styrofoam.
Got it. Yep. City of Salem and City Council, June 11, 2020. The Committee on Public Health, Safety, and the Environment co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to which was referred the matter of plastic straws, styrofoam, cigarette butts, nip bottles, etc., has reviewed such ordinance and would recommend that the matter remain in committee.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it was 11-0. On adoption of the recommendation, Councilor Dibble.
Yes, under discussion very briefly, it was a very, very good first meeting to try to determine what action, if any, should come about to help with some of these environmental concerns around plastics and the litter of them and finding them underneath the Salem Harbor, on the floor of Salem Harbor. I'd like to thank once again, Councilor Krasniewski for his testimony on what he has seen. You know, many of us get out on the harbor and see in boats or from the shoreline and see a beautiful, pristine looking harbor. And Councilor Prosnewski gave some testimony on what he has seen on the Salem Sound floor and the Salem Harbor floor. We had a wonderful presentation by Barbara Warren from Salem Sound Coast Watch on the reasons why we need to take some action on the plastics issues, as many other cities and towns have already done. The meeting was well attended by Salem Sound Coast Watch staff, by CERC, by SAFE, city employees, the League of Women Voters, and quite a few other people. And I recommend, well, it's left in committee. So I recommend for adoption.
Thank you, Council. Anyone else? Seeing none, on Councilor Dibble's recommendation that this matter remain in committee, all those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect 11-0 to remain in committee. Further committee reports, Council Dibble.
One more time, I think. Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and City Council, June 11, 2020, the Committee on Public Health, Safety, and Environment, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to which was referred the matter of gas ban, has considered said matter and would recommend that the matter be left in committee for further study.
On acceptance of the report, all those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it was 11-0. On adoption of the recommendation, Council Dibble.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Once again, we had a phenomenal meeting. It was kind of an introductory type of a meeting on this measure of building electrification and getting off of fossil fuels and helping our planet, helping the city of Salem, helping the people of the city of Salem across the board. There's so many benefits to this. We had an in-depth discussion. The meeting was well attended by, again, by SAFE and CERC, Salem Sound Coast Watch, a few city employees, the League of Women Voters were there, and several people from the public spoke on this. It was very, very positive meeting, Mr. President. And it was agreed that we need to have a few more meetings on this. We talked in depth about an offer that Pat Gazumba from SAFE and myself had negotiated with Rocky Mountain Institute on having Salem participate free of charge in an in-depth study with about 5 or 6 other cities and towns in Massachusetts. So Salem was invited at one of the meetings that I attended in Boston and Brookline, and then a second invitation in Arlington. And I had discussed with the mayor about this. And at this time, with the COVID happening and the budget restraints, we can't commit city staff to this at this time. But we're going to go forward with volunteers participating, and the Rocky Mountain Institute understands where we're at. So we have the support from the mayor and the city on this free, very, very expensive study. I think at the end of the day, we're going to have some very good work done for the city of Salem free of charge. And I move for adoption.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Councilor. What's that?
Can you repeat that, what the motion is?
The motion's to remain in committee. I didn't get that for you.
Okay, it's just to remain in committee, right?
Councilor Dibble's motion that this matter remain in committee. All those in favor? All those opposed? Let the record reflect it was 11-0. For communication with city officials, none. Petitions.
We have a petition from Chestnut Street to hold a block party July 4th, 2020 from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Councilor Madore.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be held to the next meeting.
Councilor Madore moves that this matter be held. Any discussion?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Chestnut Street neighbors had submitted this application for a block party, and I had let them know that currently the gatherings of more than 10 people, especially street festivals, are still prohibited. So they can either choose to hold this until our June 25th meeting to see if that changes, or withdraw, given that the existing order does allow gatherings in enclosed public areas like parks and backyards. They chose to hold this until the next meeting. I don't fault them for that. So, and in addition, I also consulted with our health agent to see where the city's position is on block parties, and I believe that we made a determination that we're not allowing block parties as of now. So just want to share that background information.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, on Councilman Dora's motion that this matter be held over to the next meeting. All those in favor? All those opposed? Matter's held. Further petitions.
We have 2 drain layer contract operating license applications.
Councilman Dora.
Granted.
Mr. President, I move that this be granted.
Councilman Dora moves that these drain layer applications be granted. Any discussion?
No discussion.
Seeing none, on Councilman Dora's motion that these matters be granted, all those in favor? The record reflects it's 11-0. These matters are granted. Further petitions.
We have 1 claim.
Councilman Dora.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License and Legal Affairs.
Councilor Medora moves that this claim be removed to the Committee on License, Orders, and Legal Affairs. All those in favor? All those opposed? Further petitions.
We have 2 drain layer bonds.
Councilor Medora.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License and Legal Affairs, and return approved.
Councilor Medora moves that this matter be referred to the Committee on License, Orders, and Legal Affairs, return approved. Any discussion? Seeing none, on Councilor Medora's motion, all those in favor? All those opposed, let the record reflect it's 11-0. Further petitions? No more petitions. Unfinished business.
We have held from the last meeting the second passage of an ordinance amending traffic relative to crosswalks.
Councilor Medora.
Thank you, Mr. President. This was held from the last meeting, pending additional information on which crosswalks will be included in this ordinance amendment. I was only able to receive the information on Wednesday and asked Russell to forward it to the councilors today. I'm okay with holding this until the next meeting, but I don't know if everyone had a chance to look at it. It looks like the majority of the crosswalks impacted will be around the common, and that makes total sense because if you've ever been around a common, you can see that the cars are parked very tightly next to the crosswalk. So when you're leaving or entering the common, it's very difficult to see oncoming cars, and in that setting where cars are kind of looping around the common, it makes visibility very challenging. The cars are not exactly going at slow speeds. So it makes total sense that this amendment would improve the safety around the common. And there are a few, mostly in my ward, I think a couple in the Derby Street neighborhood, I believe Orange Street. But otherwise, it was a loss of 25 or so parking spaces at maybe 14 crosswalks, but that does not measure up to the potential loss of life that might occur if we don't adopt this. So I'm okay with holding this again if my fellow councilors would like to take another look, but I do feel that we should pass this today.
Thank you, Mr. President. I feel that we should hold it off until the next one to give everybody a chance to look at the map and take a look at the parking spaces. Most of them appear to me, in my opinion, to be proper. Most of them are on corners. Most of them are in areas where there's traffic. The one that I'm having a little bit of reservation about is on Front Street. There is a parking space that would be taken away from in front of a business. I believe it's a hair salon. The crosswalk that is in front of that parking space is unusually wide. It's not a normal size crosswalk, and I think that anybody crossing in that crosswalk would, a car in that spot would not hinder the visibility. And to take away a parking spot in such a valuable parking area, may not be worth it. So I'd just like to see a little bit of further discussion, have all the councilors get a chance to get a copy of that map and have some input also.
Okay, Councilman Dora, you okay with that?
I'm okay with it, but if I could just make a suggestion, if this is the only issue that my at-large colleague has if there's only location that my colleague has a issue with, I would say that perhaps you and I could work together with the traffic and parking staff to see how we can accommodate the business and let this pass, because I hate to hold up all these other changes that are needed just because of this one issue. Maybe we can go out and take a look at it and see if we can make some further accommodations and get this passed tonight.
Councilor Prozinski.
I would not be opposed to passing this matter tonight if we just made an amendment that one spot not be included in the crosswalk package.
Councilor Dominguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Me as an at-large also, I would like to see the map. I strongly agree with Councilor Pronowski. We need to have a clear view on what we're passing tonight. I don't have the clear view. I want to make sure that my vote are conscious on what I'm voting. So if you don't mind, the good Councilor Ward 2 can hold it next meeting or any other possible way after we see exactly in front of us what are we voting for. Repeat myself, I'm blank on this. I wanted to see some information. Thank you.
So, for the record, it did come in an email with it for us today, but it did come late this afternoon. Councilman Dora.
Thank you, Mr. President. Then I will just move to hold this until the next meeting.
Councilman Dora moves to hold this matter until the next meeting. All those in favor? All those opposed? The matter is held over. Further unfinished business.
We have a second passage of an ordinance amending traffic for handicap parking to repeal Moffett Road at number 58.
Council Devil.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the year 2020, an ordinance to amend an ordinance relative to traffic, Chapter 42, Section 50B, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salem as follows. Section 1, amending Chapter 42, Section 50B, handicap parking time limited is hereby amended by repealing the following. Moffett Road in front of number 58 for a distance of 18 feet, handicap parking only tow zone. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect as provided by City Charter. And move for adoption for second and final passage by roll call vote.
Council Devil moves for adoption for second and final pass by roll call vote. Any discussion?
No.
Seeing none. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez?
Yes.
Councilor Flynn?
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth?
Yes.
Councilor Madore?
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo?
Yes.
Councilor Kozniewski?
Yes.
Councilor Riccardi?
Yes.
Councilor Sargent?
Yes.
Councilor Torrio?
Yes.
And Councilor McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter for adoption for second and final passage for the ordinance amending traffic section 42, chapter 42, section 50B handicap parking, repeal Moffett Road, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Further unfinished business.
For the second passage of an ordinance amending traffic, chapter 42, section 50P, handicap parking for Orchard Street.
Councilor Riccardi.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for adoption and final passage by roll call vote.
Councilor Riccardi moves for adoption for second and final passage by roll call vote. Any discussion?
Thank you, Mr. President. This was a request by the residents at 18 Orchard Street and review and approved by Lieutenant Tucker of the Salem Police Department. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilor Dibble?
Yes.
Councilor Dominguez?
Yes.
Councilor Flynn?
Yes.
Councilor Hapworth?
Yes.
Councilor Madore?
Yes.
Councilor Marcillo?
Yes.
Council Prosnewski,
Yes.
Council Riccardi,
Yes.
Council Sargent,
Yes.
Council Troyo,
Yes.
and Council McCarthy.
Yes. On the matter of the second passage for a traffic ordinance relative to Chapter 42, Section 50B, handicap parking, Orchard Street, we have 11 members voting, 11 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Matter carries. Any other unfinished business? Any points of personal privilege? Seeing none. Oh, Council Flynn.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask for a moment of silence. We had a Ward 4 resident that passed away a couple weeks ago. Her name's Sarah Starian. She was a Salem High School graduate. She was a former captain of the volleyball team. Unfortunately, she passed away at the young age of 21. And you've probably seen on Highland Ave by the bridge that goes to high school, it says Sass. Well, that was her nickname. Everyone called her Sass. She was a great young adult. She played some sports with my children, and she's going to be deeply missed. I just wanted to recognize her and say how sorry we are, and just have that moment of silence for her and her family. Her uncle, John Sparky Anderson, is a retired Salem police officer. Some of you might know Sparky, a great guy that just retired, and I'm so sorry for the loss of his niece. Thank you.
Thank you.
What the hell is going on?
We'll take a moment of silence. Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none. Council Sergeant.
Mr. President, I will move for adjournment.
Council Sergeant moves for adjournment. All those in favor? All those opposed? We stay adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Be safe. Have a good weekend.